I have a good feeling about Brazil. Well, considering my previous predictions and even the few videos I've been making this week, I don't know if it's good to be sharing these predictions, as it looks like they never come true. But no, like truly for Brazil, I have this very good feeling for this national team going to the World Cup. I think they have a very good system around them. I think they have the previous success coming ever since the World Cup. They have been doing very well. That builds this, this efficacy around the team where they know what they're doing. You have veterans at the team in the likes of Casemiro, Neymar, and Thiago Silva that have seen success in their teams and that will be able to help the younger players in those tougher moments down the stretch. So I think that Brazil have a very good system in place to go and do something special in the World Cup, and that's what I'll be going into in much more detail in this state video. But for those of you, welcome back to the JVM Football channel, where you can find game analysis, football history, individual performances, top 10s, etc. If you are interested and would like more football content like this, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, so will Brazil do it? Will Brazil finally be able to win a World Cup? Will I finally be able to witness Brazil winning a World Cup in my lifetime? Okay, that last one is a bit of a stretch. It's a bit silly. But no, really, looking at the last two World Cups, the 2014 World Cup in Rio, it was heartbreaking. It was really unfortunate for Brazil. Playing at home and then going to lose 7-1 against Germany in the semi-finals after they'd been doing so well. And after they lost Neymar as well, their talisman, because Neymar was amazing in that tournament. I know Messi won the player of the tournament, but if Neymar continued to play, I think he would have won that. So there was just this massive energy, this massive vibe around the national team, and then the Germany incident happens, and then they go into the 2018 World Cup, where I generally believe that Brazil could make it into the final, but they fell short against Belgium, a team that beat them in the quarterfinals. And then they go on to win the Copa America. Then they go to another final last year, and they lose to Argentina. So ever since the World Cup, Brazil have been in two finals, lost 1-1-1, and even in that final they lost. They played quite well. So there is this like momentum that they have been building. So the question really stands is, will Brazil be able to do it? Will they finally be able to bring it home? And hopefully they will. Something I touched on before in my Portugal video that I dropped yesterday, if you haven't watched it, go have a look, is that I hope Brazil get lucky with their placements. I said this about Portugal, saying that Portugal have been very unlucky with the teams they've been going up against, even just in the group stage. And you could take that about Brazil to an extent as well, but I just hope Brazil, not that they get easy teams in the group stage or something like that, but at least not too hard. You don't want to be playing, for example, France and England straight away. that's horrible. That limits your chances straight away, and it limits the entertainment of the fans, because we want to see the best teams in the latter stages of the competition. But with that, it will just leave us to analyzing the talent in the team. And this video will probably be one of my shortest in this edition of national teams and the run that I'm going through. But it is really just, I want to go over three players that are giving me this very good feeling. And these three players are Vinicius Junior, Neymar, and Coutinho. We're going to start with Vinicius Junior, who is the most informed, I think you could say this, yeah, I think I can say this, the most informed player in that team, in this national team right now. Just looking at his stats for the La Liga alone, Vinicius Junior has 14 goals scored and 6 assists in La Liga in 27 games played. This compared to last season, where he only scored 3 goals in all competitions. It is an amazing improvement, a tremendous improvement, and Brazil going to do very well with a play like that. Yeah, sure, he plays in the same position as Neymar, and perhaps the pair of them will not be playing at the same time, but it's just good to have this young player in your team who's only 21. By the World Cup he'll be 22, extremely young. Vinicius is extremely young, and he's killing it right now. So hopefully he can continue this up and perhaps bring his game up a little bit and take it into the World Cup. And this is it's one of the reasons why I have this good feeling about Brazil. Players like Vinicius, like Paqueta, like Bruno Guimarães. It's just this new wave of talent, young talents for this national team, but that are also performing very well in Europe. It's truly impressive. And yeah, that's part of the reason why I get this good feeling about Brazil. And then I want to talk about Neymar. Sure, Neymar hasn't been the man that we've known Neymar to be for the past, you can say 2 to 3 seasons. He's 30 now. This is going to be probably one of, if not his last World Cup. But the next World Cup he'll be 34. Don't know if he will be playing in Europe by then. He has voiced his, not concerns, but like his perhaps desire or how he's looking towards the MLS. So that could be a possibility for Neymar. And a little bit with what I touched on with Portugal is that Neymar is Neymar, Ronaldo is Ronaldo. These guys may be going through a low season or a low period of performance, a dip in performance, if better said, but these are still some of the best football players to ever play the game. When they turn it on, no one can stop them once they get in that zone, in that flow state. So hopefully we can see that Neymar in the World Cup. Brazil are going to need that Neymar in the World Cup. Not only the leadership from Neymar, which is something that he especially showed in that 2014 World Cup, but I think Neymar wants it. I think the Brazilian public wants it. I think even people, I'm not Brazilian, but I still want to see this team do very well. I want to see Neymar do very well. It would be very nice if Neymar was able to lift that trophy. So although Neymar hasn't been performing very well, I still have this feeling that Neymar is going to turn on for Brazil in the World Cup. Against just a feeling. That's why I said I shouldn't even be making this prediction, because it might not happen. It might go all wrong. I may just jinx everything. But I just had to voice this feeling that perhaps if Neymar does turn it on, then Brazil do have a chance to go and do something special in the World Cup. The third player is Philippe Coutinho. And with Coutinho, he hasn't been the best player. He hasn't been his best ever since the 2018 season, or 2019 if you want to. But from what we've seen in the Premier League, Coutinho still has it in him to have those brilliant spells, those brilliant moments. By the time of the World Cup, Coutinho will be 30 years old. And just talk about his time in the Premier League. Ever since January, in 10 games played, Coutinho has contributed with 7 goal contributions. And it's that ability to turn it on when it matters most, to bring back this form of his, that's really going to help Brazil in the World Cup coming up. But that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video until the end. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more game analysis, football history, individual performances, top 10s, etc. This is the beginning of something special, and it would mean the world to me if you subscribed and helped me to grow this channel.